My message to ICE agents and to everyone across this city is that everyone will be held to the same standard of the law. If you violate the law, you must be held accountable. And there is sadly a sense that is growing across this country that certain people are allowed to violate that law, whether they be the president or whether they be the agents themselves.
Welcome, everyone. New York's new mayor just sent a chilling warning to ICE, and it could change the balance of power in America. Mamdani didn't mince words. If you violate the law, you will be held accountable. This isn't a speech. This is a direct shot at one of the most powerful federal agencies in the country, and a call for mayors and governors nationwide to finally stand up instead of stand by. In New York right now is not simply political tension. It is a textbook example of how state power behaves when someone dares to govern for ordinary people. Zohran Mamdani didn't just win an election. He pulled back the curtain on a federal system that has grown accustomed to ruling by intimidation, not by consent, and the reaction was immediate. Let's begin with the reality, because the reality speaks louder than any political slogan. In the span of just a few months, ICE's detention system has swelled dramatically. The majority of the people it now holds have no criminal convictions, yet the agency continues to expand its reach. Arrests for basic immigration violations have skyrocketed, turning routine civil cases into mass enforcement sweeps. ICE has been pushed to ramp up its daily arrest targets, treating human beings like inventory to be processed rather than lives to be respected. And while this machinery grows, so does its physical footprint. More detention centers, more raids, more communities living in fear. This is the machinery Mamdani inherits the moment he takes office, a machinery built not for safety, but for fear. So what does Mamdani do? Something almost unthinkable in modern American politics. He governs for the public. He limits NYPD cooperation with ICE, demands warrants, forms a rapid response team to document every ICE raid in the city, orders legal protection for those targeted, and looks the federal government in the eye and says, no agency, including ICE, stands above the law. And how does the president respond? With financial threats, with insults, with demands for obedience. Trump calls Mamdani a communist lunatic, threatens to cut off federal funds, and hints that ICE should retaliate, not because crime rose, but because Mamdani refused to kneel. This is not about immigration. This is about hierarchy. Mamdani exposes a contradiction at the heart of American capitalism, a system that tells working people to follow the law, yet unleashes federal agencies that routinely ignore it. A system that praises democracy while punishing any city that votes for change. The Mamdani-Trump clash matters because it reveals the truth. The greatest fear of those in power is not crime or budgets or policy. It is the moment ordinary people realize they do not have to live under the thumb of billionaires, corporations, or a president who treats democracy as optional.